What levels does the Secretary of State expect average energy bills to reach in Scotland next year?
Well, Mr. Speaker, there is, as the honourable gentleman will know, a very comprehensive range of different support in place, including the energy price guarantee that on average looks to guarantee £2,500. It isn't, of course, specific to each household, and it does depend on how much energy is actually used. It's a cap. But there is additional help, including the £400 non-repayable support through the Energy Bills Support Scheme. I do just have to say to this line of questioning, it is extraordinary, whilst this government is spending so much energy and money in trying to support consumers, we still have the SNP refusing to allow new renewables like nuclear power.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So to surmise, what we know is that in Scotland, household energy bills, average household energy bills will exceed the energy price guarantee, but the Secretary of State is unwilling or unable to tell us by quite how much. Of course, we know on top of that that households in Scotland and indeed children in Scotland are going to suffer as a result of this, but yet we see no new announcements of additional financial support forthcoming. All the while, Scotland produces far in excess of its own energy than would be required to meet its own demands. So can I ask the Secretary of State, is it little wonder that viewers watching this at the moment in time would be thinking that Westminster is failing Scotland?
Mr. Speaker, I absolutely don't agree with the honourable gentleman. We've already talked about the £400 that everybody has been able to receive back, with some additional measures coming through for people in unusual connected positions. We've got £650 cost of living payments for those on benefits, £300 for pensioners, £150 for disability cost of living. From what I can work out, they don't like their oil and gas industry, and they don't want new nuclear power, so I've no idea what their plan actually is.
Mr. Speaker, it's a remarkable state of affairs that a nation which produces more energy than it requires faces child fuel poverty as a result of the actions of this here government. Now, he doesn't like those facts, but here's some more for him. In order to alleviate this crisis in the medium to long term, what we need from this UK government is not investment in nuclear, we need investment in clean, sustainable, renewable industry. So in that regard, can I welcome his U-turn in respect of onshore wind, but also seek clarity? Will he provide the same tax incentives for the renewable sector as he will for the fossil fuel industry?
This government's got a very proud record when it comes to renewables. When we came to power, barely 10% was from renewables. Now the figure is 42%. In fact, one day the week before last, over half of this country's energy was produced just from offshore wind alone. They don't like the answers that I'm giving, because the amounts of money that we're spending supporting, including Scots, with the energy bills this year, means that, for example, the average single parent on means-tested benefit will be £1,050 better off because of the Energy Bills Support Scheme. So yes, we're doing our part. Perhaps it's time they looked at their own policy to make sure they're encouraging energy production.